So this neocon on Twitter says, isolationism is a product of ignorance. The most ignorant, shallow-minded people who have never had a thought about the world outside their immediate surroundings tend to be the isolationists. Is this true? Well, as an isolationist conservative myself, I consider myself an America First conservative, I figured we'd respond in this video. But before we do that, if you're a real conservative, not a neoconservative, which by the way are not even conservative, let us remind ourselves that the father of neoconservatism, Irving Kristol, literally used to be a Trotskyist before he, switched sides supposedly. Yeah, it's almost as if the conservative movement has literally been infiltrated by communists in the name of neoconservatism. But regardless, if you're a real conservative, be sure to like and subscribe on the video, especially if you're new, be sure to subscribe. But anyways, to respond to this, America First may be a very simple doctrine, but it is far from shallow. As a matter of fact, the America First doctrine is based on the understanding, actually, that the world is complicated and complex. It is actually you, the neocons, who are extremely shallow-minded and have a very idealistic, ignorant view of the world in which you seem to think that the whole world is just begging to breathe free of autocratic tyranny and ready to embrace liberal democracy. And we know that your view is ignorant and idealistic because it continues to fail time and time again. Iraq, Afghanistan, everywhere this nonsense has been tried, it continues to fail, yet you seem to have the idea that we are the ones who are shallow-minded. No, what's shallow-minded is thinking that Afghanistan was simply a matter of radical Islam versus liberal democracy. It is shallow-minded to say that the conflict in Ukraine is literally just a battle of autocratic fascist Putinism and liberal Ukrainian democracy. The world is not that simple. Countries are actually unique from each other. Not every nation is just a nation of American people yearning to embrace the American system of government. World affairs are incredibly complicated, and we are the ones who understand this. Hence why we are so often skeptical of intervention. We understand that these things are messy. We understand that we're not going to be able to go in Iraq and within 3 weeks completely have established a Western liberal democracy. It is you who are shallow-minded. It is you who do not understand the world. You have no understanding of how societies work, of how people work, hence why you believe that the uniquely American, and even I would say to an extent, Americans can barely handle our own system of government nowadays, but even so, it is you who has so little understanding of the world that you simply think that every country on earth can embrace the American system of government and it's just going to work out fine. That's just not how it works. It is you, likewise, who seems to have a false view of American history that suggests that America was made great off of imperialism or interventionism. Quite the opposite. America was made great because she avoided many of the major wars of Europe. She had a limited role in World War I. World War II did not come to her home turf, and the destruction that was caused across Europe because of endless war is precisely why the European empires of old declined and America rose. America was not made great off of interventionism or free trade or globalism. In fact, quite the opposite. And this is precisely why we are America First. Partially because we understand that it is the America First doctrine, not the doctrine of George Bush or Irving Kristol, that made America great to begin with. So in conclusion here, to respond to your tweet, is America First, is isolationism the product of ignorance? No, quite the opposite. Actually, thinking you're going to impose Western liberal democracy on the rest of the world and they're just dying. The people of Afghanistan are just lining up to embrace it. That's the product of ignorance. That's the product of ignorant, dumb, shallow idealism. And it needs to be stopped. And quite frankly, it is going to be stopped because the neoconservatives are increasingly dying force in the party. And, we are the past, and in many ways, we are the future of the conservative movement as well. So cry harder. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this quick video. Just want to get this out. I'll be out of town this week, so the content will be a little bit slower. We might try to get some street content out, though, for you, but just want to let you know it's going to be a little bit, and then next week we'll be back to normal. But yeah, again, if you're new and you like the video, be sure to subscribe. Don't subscribe if you're a neocon, though, okay? You're gonna get... nothing's gonna happen to you. You're welcome in the community, but I don't want to read your dumb comments, please. So just go away. There's no need for you. But yeah, see you guys later. God bless. Alpha moves only, and peace.
Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo as long